Hi Dev Team, first up, thanks very much for fixing the harpies and one of the corruptor skills. I think one of the other corruptor skills might have a little bit more work to be done on it. But today I want to talk just very quickly, provide some feedback on the Counter-Strike mechanism. It appears it's not limited to just strike craft. It may well be affecting officers as well. I haven't had a chance to check with the officers, but I'm informed by Lokagos here in the New War on Nova Discord that this also affects officers. I've every reason to believe him. He really knows what he's doing in the game. He does exceedingly well. So you might want to look at that mechanism. I'll show you why when I run through a few reports shortly. The other thing I want to look at is the Cipher and its debilitating rounds skill, which is still going off an obscenely large amount of times for what the skill actually says it is. So without further ado, let's just quickly dive into this battle report here, my Ravager against a Cipher, and we'll have a look through in the combat logs, and quickly we'll just look at the pre-battle phase just to see what the skill is supposed to do. So we have, where are we? Basilisk is granted counter-attack chance, counter-strike here, 70% chance to counter-attack for half damage. So we'd expect that to be going off a decent amount of times at 70% chance. Could get unlucky, I guess. And we'd expect to see when that skill is proceeding and when it's not in our report here. The other thing that I did want to look at was the Cipher. So we'll just have a quick look back up here for the Cipher. See if we can find its skill, debilitating rounds in here. We've got nothing up at the beginning, so we'll come on to that when we go through the report. I won't bore you with the first 3 rounds because I've got a Cyclops in here, and Basilisk has no counterattack anyway because our Cyclops is taking up all the damage on its behalf for these first 3 rounds. So let's pop out of there. We'll go into turn 4. That's where things should start to get interesting. And here we are in round 4. I think the first thing we'll probably end up looking at is the Cipher debilitating round skill. Standard attack scores enemy stats -8% for 1 round. And as we look through here, that debilitating rounds is going off umpteen times. I mean, power reduced is the beginning of them, so that's all its stats. It goes off once, twice, power reduced 3 times. Averages 4 times, so it's going off by the number of rounds in the battle that we're in, and clearly I sincerely hope that all that stuff is not stacking up to sort of -32% on those stats. I don't know what's going on in the background because we don't get shown in the report what the stats actually are reduced to over here, which again, you know, that's an ask that we really want. We can help you better with that. So for whatever reason, all these are coming up, and then the debilitating rounds has disappeared, and 1, 2, 3, 4 debilitating rounds troop initiatives disappeared. The defense one, the troop damage, and so that doesn't even equate to what we've got up there. I've got no idea what's going on, and you really need to look at that. Round 4, it says we cannot trigger counter strikes, so I can't pull up evidence of that one. Harpy attacks the Basilisk here. Round 5, let's have a quick look through. We've launched the debilitating rounds again, so we're going to see a huge amount of these. So, like I say, that needs to look at. We can't trigger it again. Okay, so that's in round 5, is it? Let's see if it actually triggers in round 6. It could not trigger counter a strike. We just need to keep going down. Round 6, average attack. So we've actually had an entire round there where we haven't even got a chance to see it. So just bear with me a sec while I go and find another report. And so we just pulled up another report quickly to have another quick look at this. So if we go to round 4 in this one, we will see that somewhere under here, Basilisk triggered the skill Counter Strike. And let's find something. Morningstar attacks Basilisk. There we go. And there's no counter-attack happened here at all. The Basilisk taken the damage. None have been destroyed, but we've had damage taken. So according to the skill, we should actually, and the wording of the skill, we should actually be taking out like a counter-attack there. It's 10% chance to counterattack for normal damage when damaged. So we've taken damage. Yes, we haven't had a unit destroyed, so that might be the issue in the coding there. I'm not sure. But we weren't able to actually launch that counterattack. Now that should hopefully still be active until the next time we test for whether or not it can be going off. And so here we have Radiant attacks. That's a capital ship attack, so we can't really counterattack that. Glaive, Cyclops, Team Repair, Morning Star attacks Cyclops. So nobody attacked the Basilisk in that round, did they? Apart from the Radiant. Let's keep going through just very quickly, see if we can find someone attacking my Basilisk. That's the Radiant again. Radiant. Basilisk trigger skill counter strike here. Cyclops attacks Glaive. Glaive launches reactive skill. Morning Star attacks Basilisk. Once again, that counter attack's not going off. So we've got the two things going on there. The counter attack is just simply not working, even when it's triggered. When it's not triggered, that's fine. It would be nice to know why it is that sometimes it doesn't trigger and other times it does in the report, and also nice to know why even if it does trigger in the report, it's not actually recording any damage hit back. I do wonder if that's because no units were killed rather than the fact that it took damage. So that could potentially be part of it. And with the Cipher, yep, we need to really have a look at that debilitating round skill, because either the report is a nonsense or it's actually happening. And the third part of that is that we actually need that kind of, when those stats are reduced, we need the detail in the report to actually show us what it's reduced by and what it's reduced down to from its base stat. That would be really helpful. We could help you a lot better. Thanks very much for watching.